Welcome to the third module of the Level 1 training videos, where we introduce the basic functionalities of the EPOS Data Portal. In the previous module, we focused on how to find relevant services. If you are not yet familiar with search and filter functionalities, we recommend that you watch the second module about data search first before continuing. In this module, you will learn about configuring services for getting data of your interest. You will also learn about visualizations of data in map, table, and graph views. First, we will repeat how to add services to your favorites. Simply click the star next to the service title in the left menu. All favorites are then grouped under the star icon category on the bottom of the list. The number in the small yellow circle indicates how many favorites you have chosen. To remove services from favorites, click the star icon again or click Clear All Favorites to remove all services at once.
If you want to read more about the service, you can press the I in the upper right corner. Here, within Details, you can read up on a service, like the description, spatial and temporal coverage, license, the specific keywords as defined by the thematic communities, quality assurance, data provider, and more service details like service documentation. The How to Cite section will show you how to cite in different formats. On the right, you can copy the citing format. If you have run into a problem or have a question about a service, you can press the Contact Us form by logging in. Here you can directly contact the thematic communities about specific issues.
We're now going to have a look at filters and how spatial and temporal filters are linked. You can refine the spatial filters by inputting coordinates or choosing the rectangular section. You can also choose geolocation and sort by country, such as Albania. The temporal filters can also be adjusted manually. The spatial and temporal filters works globally, but are also linked to the default configuration of services, located under the Advanced Search tab. You can also specify data and service providers, either alphabetically, search by word, or by country to narrow down the alternatives. Then you select one and press Apply. Within data visualization, you can further specify map, table, or graph view. Now we're going to have a look at how to configure a service. Each service is initially loaded with its default configuration. The configuration can be modified by specifying the new parameters through the form under the selected service or opened in a new dialog window. To see the changes, you must submit a new request by clicking the Apply button. To return to initial values, click the Set to Defaults button. The spatial and temporal parameters are linked with the search filter, but values can be overridden manually for each service individually. To download data, press the download icon and select the data format you want to download. Next, we will introduce the map view. Services which can be displayed on a map will automatically be displayed here when you select the service. There are several types of services which can be visualized on a map. Those are vector maps, map layers such as WMS, specific georeferenced images, and simple point markers. The map has several tools which are in the upper right corner of the map. For finding a specific location by its name and address, you activate the search by clicking the magnifying glass icon.
We'll now have a look at images. As for now, only specific volcanic images are present from Iceland. On map, you can see the location. By pressing it, you can toggle through images from the specific volcanic event. and can press View on Table to see more details. You can toggle layers on or off, and you can press Show on Map.
The Layer and Legend control tool is best to demonstrate by having multiple services selected. For some services, the legend can be customized. The color, opacity, and icon size can be changed. The layers can be reordered by dragging them within the list. By pressing the button next to the layer name, one can individually toggle the layers on or off. There are various base map layers which can be chosen. Some maps are interactive, which means that one can click on the features on the map. Metadata associated with the features are shown in a pop-up. The next visualization is a table view. The table view can be initialized by clicking the table word under the service title or on the tab on the right-hand side of the screen. The number in yellow circles on top of the table shows the number of services currently available in table view. Let's have a look at some table examples. First, select the service you want to explore by clicking the service title in the upper tab. The table size can be adjusted by pulling the bottom right corner of the table. There's a default number of columns in the table, but user can add or remove columns by activating the Select Columns menu. It is possible to filter the table content by typing in the filter input field above the table. Number of displayed results per page can be adjusted. For some services, the data in map and table view are linked together and can be used for switching between the views. In table, just click the crosshair icon in the first column of the table, which will zoom to the specific point in the map. Similarly, from the map view, one can switch to table by opening the marker pop-up and clicking View on Table. For specific point markers and georeferenced images, you can toggle all the layers off and selectively choose the ones you want to explore further. The next visualization option is Graph View. The Graph View can be initialized from the list under Services by clicking the graph word under the service title or on the tab on the right-hand side of the screen. Only specific services provide data which can be visualized as time series. When opening a service in the graph view, it opens as an empty graph by default. To add components to the graph, one must click the plus symbol next to the quantity in the list. By doing this, the quantity will change color, and the plus symbol will turn into a minus symbol, which one can press to remove the selected quantity from the graph. Colors of the lines in the graph correspond with the colors of the quantity in the list. Some plots can share the y-axis, which can be activated by clicking the plus symbol in a square and choosing another quantity to share the axis with. There are more features available for the graph view, which will appear in the top right corner when you hover the mouse over the graph.
We will now have a look at facilities located on the left side. The number in small yellow circle indicates how many facilities there are. Within here you can specify filters like coordinates, organizations from a list, or you can sort alphabetically, by search word, or by country. You can also specify the facility type, the equipment type, or you can go directly to a service and add it to your favorites. Within here you can choose View on Map, and you can view the list in Table View. Notice the icon is different from the regular Table View. Within the list here you can press Show on Map, and you can choose back View on Table. Lastly, you can toggle layers on or off.
This is it for learning about the basic configuration and visualization of the services. This was the last of our Level 1 training videos on learning the basic functionalities of the EPOS Data Portal. Let's review what we have learned in this module. Adjusting configuration of services, exploring the map view and adjusting layers, using the table view,
exploring graph view, and using facilities.
Thank you for watching.